Hello? Okay. So, oh boy. I should really explain things. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning, which is my usual like eating breakfast time. But and I'll most likely pause to, eat some fucking breakfast. But um I am a bit tired. My body feels a bit like crap, especially my fucking knee right now. Um, but so my intention with this recording is to somehow connect with myself. And it's kind of a little bit of a get happy quick scheme because I feel like that's what I need or something. But man, I'm I'm struggling with things as I usually do. Um the thing the thing is with a video is I usually try to think about like the people who happen to be watching the video, where like if our people saw this, what would they think? Or like the purpose of a video, like obviously it's so it can be watched, right? And a let's play is kind of like entertainment or just ways to share a moment of our experience playing a game with our people. And I I feel like I have to explain some things so that people can understand like what the video is supposed to be accomplishing slash what the hell they're going to be in for next like hour or so of me talking about shit, I guess. Cause something I briefly thought about last night is like currently like video games don't really make me happier. So I don't see a point in me playing video games right now. But shit, I just forgot what my point was. Um, shit. Maybe it is too early to do this. It's just, I don't know. I felt compelled to do it. Like, it's trying to connect with myself is something I need to do. That's what it feels like. And I don't exactly know how to do that, I guess. Yep. So, yeah, I guess here I am. Um, I I mean, I can maybe scrap this video if I need to, because if the purpose is just to sit here with myself and, connect with myself, I can do that without uploading a video, because I don't want to exactly waste people's time. Anyone that decides to, click on the fucking video. So, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have done this. I don't know. Making a video could help me if if I actually go back and watch later, or at least listen to myself and shit. Oh, it's October 6th, 2025. Why why do I feel like I'm losing myself more by doing this? I also don't want to make anyone listening to this worry. I am having a bit of a hard time right now. Life is like a roller coaster with its ups and downs, so I want to say that I haven't been struggling the whole time, but I think just using some basic logic with how I feel and shit, that's more that I've been struggling with different things, because that's usually how I do shit, is where if I solve one problem, I'm off to the next immediately, because I want these issues to fucking go away for the most part. But so it feels like I'm constantly struggling with something. because I'm not all that capable or competent. But yeah, I think this is sitting with myself. But am I really like present with myself while I'm here just thinking about shit? Maybe I can easily just let the thoughts go by, and like that can be a okay thing to do, especially during certain circumstances or for certain thoughts. Because there's a thought I had that I kind of just leaned into, and then fucking I got depressed. Last night, so ow, fucking shoulder. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I pretty much say that every fucking video. And with my videos, shit, I open a floodgate to thoughts. Ow. My body, I didn't really feel comfortable laying down in bed, so now my body kind of hates me a little bit. It keeps cracking and shit. Okay. What the monster doing? 9. One month ago, though, I suspect it's been more like 2, and I don't even remember what the hell I talked about in my videos. I don't remember. I don't remember. The title here is 7 Days to Get Better. It assumes that I was playing 7 Days to Die. I don't know. Maybe I can upload this video as like a experience of like just sitting with myself. Would that Would that be helpful or entertaining for anybody? Fuck if I know. I don't get comments, so I feel like it's a little, right now I feel like it's a little bit waste of time to ask, but feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments at any time. Like you can like timestamp or whatever and stuff. Maybe asking me questions would help me out a bit. Kind of sorry about the yawn. I'm most likely not like this all the time. And I want to say no shit. No person is the same all the fucking time. No shit. But that comment only comes out when I'm thinking of like people's impressions of me through the videos. Cause I don't know if I should make videos or if I should stream. Though maybe it's not like a good thing and more of a do I choose to do it thing. And it's a little bit complicated because like it's easier to choose things when we feel like we know it's going to fucking benefit us. Because why wouldn't I want to do something that benefits me, yet here I am, the fucking procrastinator of chores that would benefit me. Mostly hygiene, but today's Monday. Ow. I I need to do laundry today, or at least that's what I decided was something that I feel I want completed before Wednesday, when apparently people are going to come to my house to help me clean and get some stuff done. And I have no fucking clue how the fuck that's gonna go. Uh, I want this to not waste time for myself or others, but um, how is this going to be useful for me right now? Is it to feel like I have a kind of fucking direction? I kind of know that I like talking about the things that I like. And that in itself can be a way to like connect with myself, because last night I was kind of spiraling, I think. It kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I was also kind of going from one thing to the next. So, but one of the things I was thinking about was validation. There's external validation where people, try to seek out validation from other people. And I heard a good piece of thing where someone compared it to like relying on other people's pantries of food when you're hungry. And it's like, how do you become independent of that? By having your own pantry that's stocked. We only search for external validation when we feel like crap about ourselves. So, like, when I don't have like internal validation. But it's also kind of strange because I don't really think about what internal validation is. I pretty much know what external validation is, but it just seems kind of weird, like internal validation, like that's basically believe in yourself. And maybe I went through like a dark tirade where fucking does external validation even even really matter? Like fucking there's a whole God, I don't wanna make someone else fucking dark spiral, but but just the thought I had is like the whole like self-fulfilling prophecy thing where like we spiral negatively and then that somehow um like our negative thoughts about ourselves like slowly becomes reality or something. Like if we um I don't want to like speak haphazardly though, so I don't even know if I can do an example. But I guess like if I say that like I'm an evil person and discount every good deed that I do, which I do that, then like people are going to eventually treat me that way because I'm thinking it's because I want my feelings to be validated and shit, but I can only see people fucking arguing with me. Oh no, you're a good person, bloody fucking blah. And then I just discount them and argue with them about how blah blah. Um But yeah, I kind of fucked up my my train of thought. A little bit. Validation has to do with like acceptance. So, yeah, I'm just haphazardly saying my thoughts, and I it's hard for me to stay on track, I think, because right now the thoughts are kind of just I want to compare it to a train where it's just chugga 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 and it just keeps going. I want to make some kind of like important like breakthrough and shit, but unfortunately it's a process, I guess, and it's going to take time to get there. Mm, oh boy. I guess yeah. I I don't know. Maybe I wasn't fucking prepared for this. Is is recording my experience even valuable? I don't know. The thing that I at least feels worth worrying about is whether setting this or any other video could have like negative consequences on someone's mental health, because boy howdy do I have some dark thoughts that impact my own fucking mental health. And even though like I feel like some of them are good to explore in hopefully a healthy way, I I still don't want to be the cause of someone having a dark spiral. I should try to eat something now and then hopefully I remember what I'm fucking saying when I come back. Okay, so I just ate breakfast. Oh. I can unlock something so real fast. Yeah, all right. So I have enough cute caterpillars to buy one of these upgrades. So now start with 700. Yeah, all right. Waiting for it to hit 0. Yeah. Okay, and what's safe for work? Yay! I can show that if I need to. All right, so so I ate some Hot Pockets, ham and cheese. So now I'm kind of like congested, my nose runny, but I yeah, I'm congested. That's why my throat is all like. At least I have water, as long as I remember it's in front of me. But so I wasn't watching YouTube like I usually do when I eat. I was just sitting with my thoughts and stuff, and I came to a conclusion, and I feel like a a good metaphor or example of like validation has to do with like hating myself for not sleeping like I should or not taking a shower like I should. And I'll explain after this upgrade. Almost didn't get that in time. So like actually last night I wanted to take a shower, but that didn't happen because of I kind of just spiraled and was on YouTube for a while watching videos that I thought sounded interesting enough that I wanted to watch them. And kind of like reconnect with something I like. Excuse me. Okay. Ow. And the thing is, I can hate myself for it. I was supposed to do something. Now my body is like aching and shit because I didn't take a shower. And it just made life worser for me. So, you know, I can go fuck myself because I made life worser for myself. And I do that a lot more strongly when it comes to sleep. because it gets pretty much a out of control cycle where, like, if I worry about getting to sleep on time and how much sleep I get because the next day I got important shit to do, it becomes increasingly harder as the night goes on to actually fall asleep. Because I start worrying about it, and the longer I don't go to sleep, the more like upset I get about not sleeping. So, and that shit keeps me awake. And then I like beat myself up over it because it was important for me to sleep, but I fucking couldn't. And it's like, why the fuck should I have to put up with this shit, you know? But if I don't hate myself and instead validate myself, where like I can recognize and understand that this shit is hard for me, and to cut myself some slack, not to get out of doing things, but paradoxically make it easier for me to continue on and take care of myself better, because if I hate myself, I'm gonna fucking tear myself down instead of actually taking care of myself. That's a bit of that. At least sounds in line with validation. A kind of self-acceptance, even though I don't like my flaws of not getting some things done, and I've something, I think this is something similar, maybe not, but I guess I'm going through the process of it right now, where I worry so much about getting things done that I do not enjoy myself, because I want to enjoy myself when everything's done, because then I can fucking relax, right? It's hard to fucking relax when there's still like shit that needs done, like laundry and dishes, and the air quality is crap because like everything's dusty. I need to dust, I need to vacuum, and I guess that's also part of why video games isn't fun for me anymore currently, is because how I'm playing video games is just escapism. And so I'm not exactly even enjoying myself with the game. I'm not connecting with myself with the game, I guess. I don't know. But instead of playing something to enjoy, I'm just playing something to escape, and it's like it doesn't really even make me feel better or happy. It's just yikes. What the hell was I talking about? Shit. I know I was talking about validation and hating myself for being flawed. But val validation. I'll try to come back to it. So I think I keep pausing like right in the middle of saying shit, so I'm cutting myself off. Validation isn't exactly about being right, but just acknowledging our experiences, right? Of like why we feel how we feel and why we believe what we believe. And I guess it can be taken as an excuse sometimes to not want to do anything, not want to take care of ourselves. But I don't know. That doesn't sound like that sounds a little more like self-hatred to me, because self-hatred is not wanting to take care of myself. And like I guess I can use my hatred for humans as an example, where I see everyone as basically being as like Hitler, where not everyone are Nazis, but everyone has the same kind of evil within them that Hitler has, where we justify doing cruel things to the people that we hate. And that's what led to Hitler doing the Holocaust and doing terrible things to others, because he would justify doing it. And as I've seen, lots of people do that thinking that, you know, they're better, thinking they're better than fucking Hitler, thinking that they're better than the people that they fucking do terrible shit to. So I want to stay away from that shit. But also just, is that really true? Or people really like Hitler? Sometimes. That's my thoughts and experiences. But the important thing is that, like, the core of it is that my hatred of humans comes from a feeling of not being able to trust them, not feeling safe with them, because I know everyone treats bad people like shit. And it just confuses the hell out of me, because apparently Jesus is like the best person that a lot of people like admire and shit, and yet, you know, Jesus preached about loving our enemies, and that's hard to do. That is hard to do. He preached about loving our enemies, but did he preach about, like, how the fuck do we deal with our anger and hatred, or even where those things come from? Anyway, so whether it's true or not that, like, oh, everyone's like Hitler, That's my experience and shit and my beliefs, and I can understand why I have those beliefs and ultimately if they help me or not. Um I'm trying to understand the experience of what validation is and what it does. And the very least with the shower one, like I still want to take a shower. So I'm still going to, you know, it's not exactly an excuse because it doesn't get me out of taking a shower, you know? To validate like why I couldn't how things went and how I'm struggling. Oh shit, that's right. That's right. That's right. I remember now. I remember. So just to name it, it's so it's harder to forget. Um I can only do what I can do. All right. So to explain to explain how I got there, um I was feeling overwhelmed and I worry about shit a lot. About getting things done, and I was just tired of worrying and I felt like giving up. And, you know, I kind of did. But after like an hour or two, I kind of went with more of a compromise where I was like, you know, doing some stuff would at least help me out. And like I'm still gonna do stuff ultimately. But I just don't want to stress over it anymore. So I'm going to, what I decided to do is just, I can only do what I can do, and I don't want to stress out over it. So, but I also said that, like, if my life falls apart because I can't keep up with it, then I guess that's just the reality. It falls apart. I definitely don't want to stress about keeping it together and it ends up falling apart anyway. And that's usually when I fucking beat myself up the most. So I can see a concern about um it being an excuse to get out of having to take care of myself, you know? And that can be harmful, but at the same time, I feel like biting off more than I can chew is also being harmful to me. So a middle ground might be more healthy for me. But maybe that could also be a practice in validation where I can only do so much. Um, I guess what would help with the against the excuse thing to counter that possibility is to be aware of my options, you know? Instead of just like, oh, I don't have to deal with it, it's be like, well, I have options. I could either not deal with it at all, or I can try to cut something else, or to make time for it, or who knows. But at least if I know my options, then I can feel like at least I have some control in choosing what the fuck I do. But it's nice to have those options to like actually weigh shit and decide for myself what's best for me, you know? And I feel like I'm in some weird ass way where like I feel like a fucking hypocrite just by doing this, but like I usually hate myself because I can't get myself to do the things that I believe I choose to do, the things I believe I should do. But there's a problem with that because if I believe I should do it, it's usually not from the perspective of me. It's usually from the perspective of something outside of me. Like, I should do this for my health, but am I really choosing to do it for my health? Like, I can do other things for my health and like I don't know, I feel like I can't exactly explain and describe it to a degree that I'd like, but I feel like there's a difference in perspective or like there's a kind of difference that matters because if I feel like I should shower instead of feeling like I want to shower, like those are different things, right? Like should feels like an obligation, but if I want to do it, then it's like it doesn't matter if I feel obligated, right? If I want something, then like I'm naturally motivated and inclined to do it regardless of if I should or not. And it just make things easier. But but the whole like validation is an excuse thing. Shit. I'm trying to keep on track with my thoughts. I have 5 minutes left. Um Trying to keep track with my thoughts. So competence, like believing in myself. believing that I can actually, like, believing in myself that I can actually take care of myself sounds hypocritical when usually I hate myself because I can't do the things that would benefit me, and it makes things harder on myself, like sleep or shower. And so I want to believe that I'm justified in hating myself because I make my life shittier, even if I can't control it. But that just adds to the frustration because fucking. But but I kind of have that control. And if I can understand that scary things is when I don't feel in control, but if I can, because I felt like I wasn't exactly in control of myself when I just watched YouTube for a few hours instead of taking a shower. But I had a feeling or some kind of need that I wanted fulfilled, and I didn't really know what was up. I still don't know yet, but I find it strange. Like, how can validation make me feel like I can believe in myself more? It hasn't changed the fact that I've fucked up and made things harder for myself, right? So no matter what I say, it's not going to be an excuse because it's not going to get me out of the consequences of the fact that I made my fucking life harder for myself. But at the same time, recognizing that this shit is hard for me because I'd never really been taught to take care of myself exactly, which is also kind of weird for me to fucking say because, like, I've been told to, like, brush my teeth, I've been told to fucking take a shower and shit, and, like, but was I actually learning, or was I just doing what I was told? And then when I'm a fucking adult, like, I'm not being fucking told to do that shit anymore. So I just barely do it without structure because my mind is fucking on other things. But that could be used as an excuse. But for some reason, instead of it being a reason why I can just say, "Oh, I didn't learn, so I can just do whatever." Like, why the fuck would I do that? That makes me fucking miserable. I'm doing that right now, and it's making me fucking miserable, making life harder. Like, I want to say, like, what the fuck? Am I stupid? Of course I am, but Are people stupid for thinking that? I kind of want to say that just to piss people off. You're on my level now, bitch. But uh but recognizing that I wouldn't say that it's my fault exactly. I definitely didn't choose to be fucking flawed as a human, but I have these flaws and I gotta work with them. And even though I don't, I don't fucking want to, but for some reason, validating my experience that this is difficult for me and that I'm 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 still just trying to do my best with what I know and shit and with what I'm trying to be capable of, then it strangely becomes easier to feel like I'm taking care of myself, even though it's fucking hard. And I guess it's not so hypocritical because when I hate myself, then it's just, oh, I'm making shit harder on myself. Fuck me for doing that. And then I make things harder on myself because that's what we do to fucking people we hate. Um, but when I'm validating my experience and shit that's hard and I'm struggling, I'm still taking care of myself. Even though I'm sucking at it, I'm still doing my best to take care of myself. It can still suck, but I guess I believe in myself more because looking at it from that lens, I feel like it seems like I'm doing more than I'm doing more to take care of myself to make things a little easier than the other perspective that I'm just making things harder for myself. Fuck me. Where I don't believe that, I'm doing any good for myself and shit. So it becomes easier for me to actually take care of myself when I feel validated that I'm doing my best. It's an odd thing. Anyway, that's all I'm giving myself time for. I also have to get ready for work. Oops. So yeah. And I'm gonna unlock a thing. So ooh, Mothra, Gajinka, humanoid Mothra. Very cute and pretty. And cute caterpillar hoodie. Yeah, I want this fucking hoodie, okay? I want a hoodie like this. That'd be fucking so good. Anyway, this turned out better than I thought in the later half, so I might just upload it, but right now, thanks for watching, for listening. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments, and take care.